I am up in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. I tried to go live a little earlier, and nobody could hear me because of the wind. So hopefully you can hear me now. Um, what I did was I came up here to help a few friends save some stranded sea turtles. Andrea and Mike Howlett, they're part of a volunteer team that walk these beaches in the winter. Basically what happens is you have sea turtles that travel north up to Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, and then when they have to migrate south, a lot of the times they get stuck in the Cape Cod Bay, which you have like Massachusetts, and then Cape Cod, they get stuck in that little U, and they can't get their way out, figure their way out of there. So, as the temperatures drop, they become cold stunned, and they can't do anything to figure their way out and back south. So, the current ends up washing them ashore. And if there wasn't a team of volunteers, I mean, these guys are dedicated. I just walked maybe a 3.5 mile one-way trip out to the point, and it's tough, and these guys get up and do it every day they can. So yeah, they find these sea turtles stranded, and they bring them back to a facility that warms them up slowly. I think it's like 5 degrees a day, because you can't warm them up too quick, and eventually nurse them back to health. And then when springtime comes, they release them outside of the Cape Cod Bay so they can figure out where they need to go. So it's really neat. I'm going to show you one I carried back to the car. We're waiting for the people to come pick it up. They're actually sledding back a loggerhead turtle, about a 50 or 60 pounder that we found earlier and buried underneath some seaweed. They're sledding that back right now, and then I'm going to hand off what I have as a Kemp's Ridley, which is actually the most critically endangered sea turtle in the world. I have it, I'll show you. It's in that towel. It's a little guy, maybe 1 to 3 years old. I'm not familiar with them, so I can't really guess. But it's the most critically endangered sea turtle in the world, and they actually they pay close attention to these. It's down to 1,000 nesting females in the entire world. So you have these Kemp's Ridleys washing up on the shore here. Every one counts. So I'm glad there's people up here to do it. It's very rewarding. It's good work. Human impact is the reason that the Kemp's Ridley is so critically endangered. I watched a video in 1947 in Mexico on one of their breeding shores. They had 47,000 nesting females on one beach, one big stretch of beach. That was back in the 40s, and now they're down to 1,000 in the entire world. That's because people collected them and did whatever they did with them. So because of human impact, these things are so critically endangered. I think it's going to take human impact to help them rebound, and they're having a hard time. They're having a hard time rebounding, so it's up to us. It's up to the volunteers up here to help with that. There's a lot going on. So, but let me, I'm going to stop babbling. I'll show you the turtle real quick. Let's see. Can't have, well, there's no wind here, so it's not too bad. Hold on one second. So you can see this guy's pretty alive. Moving his flippers a little. So they'll take him back. I mean, if nobody is out here to get him or her, I don't really know, then he'd die up on this beach. It's cute, right? This is the most critically endangered turtle in the world. And it's a little guy. So, everyone counts. They'll take this back to the facility today and make sure he's good to go. I appreciate probably shouldn't be putting my fingers so close to his mouth. I read that their temperament's pretty bad, but this guy's pretty cold stunned, but he's doing well. I mean, some of these guys, you don't even know if they're dead. Andrea and Mike are bringing back 2 right now that may or may not be dead. They say when they're cold stunned and up on the beach that they can, their heart rate is 1 beat per minute. So we really have no way of knowing. And apparently Andrea and Mike have taken sea turtles back that they thought they were dead, and the facility ended up nursing them back to health. So, you know, everyone's worth bringing back just in case. I'm going to wrap this guy back up. I mean, it's pretty good right here. There's no wind. That's it. I'm going to wrap this guy up and get this guy to the right people. Thanks, guys.